Monica Murillo here, and this is Daisy. I wanted to just check in with you and talk about what to do when you have no energy or you're feeling a little run down and you don't know where to start. And I would say that what I've noticed for myself is when I'm going to teach, and I do feel like that. I feel pretty run down. I'm exhausted. No matter where I'm at, I always feel better after I do a practice every time. It just amazes me. For 30 years, I've been doing this, and I just cannot get over how beneficial a yoga practice is, and even if we do like a short one. So I just thought we could just do a little bit of a movement, get us going, get your energy flowing, and help you just feel a little better within yourself. If anything, you're helping me to help you, and vice versa. Okay, so let's just take a moment, make yourself comfortable, find a comfortable seated position, whether you're sitting on a block, a bolster, or even if you want to do it in a chair, you can start off in a chair. And I would say just place one hand on your heart center and one on your belly, and take a moment to just check in with yourself. Just notice how you're feeling, and come from a place of non-judgment, criticizing yourself, like, oh, I feel so tired. Why did I say this? Just notice your thoughts. And even if you do have any of these negative thoughts or this heaviness, just be aware of it and know that you are just looking out for yourself. Just to actually take this moment to pause and to do this is nurturing. So let's just step into that and just see what does your breathing feel like? Do you notice if you're breathing up higher into the chest? Can you feel your breathing coming into the belly? Can I ask you to just invite the breath in by breathing in through your nose? Filling up into the chest. And as you exhale, can you just relax into the face, shoulders, belly? Let's do that again. Breathe in. And release. One more. Breathe in through the nose, lengthening up into the spine. And as you exhale, drop the shoulders. Feel the gravity go into your sit bones, solidifying your steadiness. One more. Breathe in. Exhale out. Beautiful. Open up your eyes. Bring your hands to your palms to your heart center in prayer position. Let's just take a nice deep breath. Breathe in and expand wide. And really, can you stretch those fingers out like as if your arms are being pulled out? And release them, bring them down. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Open up. Beautiful. And one more. Breathe in. Reach up. Expand. I'm going to ask you to clasp your hands behind your back. So it'll look like this. And just do a nice good opening up chest, stretching it, opening up. And let's shake it off. Shake off that energy. Fantastic. Okay, let's do a little bit of a side stretch, arms to the side. Take your right arm, stretch to the side. Reach over. Feel the lengthening, opening of your side of your body. Keep your neck nice and long so you can feel that, the breathway working. And then just kind of loosen up in your wrists. Take a deep breath, breathe in, and exhale. Release. Let's do the other side. Inhale up. Feel the extension as you exhale. Move that wrist. Take a deep breath, breathe in, and release. Okay, bring your arms up, breathe in, and exhale, turn to the right, twist to the right. Breathe in up, and exhale to the other side. Breathe in up, and twist. Breathe in, and twist. Inhale, and exhale. Breathe in. So make sure that you're breathing in through the nose. You can exhale out of your nose or your mouth. Coming up, breathe in and descend. Okay, let's take our legs out, shake them out. And we'll come on to our hands and knees, tabletop. So let's see if we can. There we go. Yeah, now you can see a little bit more. Okay, so coming onto your hands and knees, tabletop. We're going to come, I want you to bring your shoulders, your wrists right underneath your shoulders, knees hip width apart, and we're going to come into cat and cow. So we're going to drop the belly. This is called cow. Breathe in, look up, and breathe out, arching the back. Get a really good stretch and release in the spine. Breathe in, up, and exhale. Good. Inhale up, open up, and exhale. Breathe in and out. Keep it going, a few more. And then if you want, maybe we can just sort of sway, move side to side, drawing the ribs out. Sometimes I just like to move the body in different directions. Loosen up any of the stiffness, especially at the end of the day. And then we're going to come into child pose. You can stack your hands on top of each other, resting your forehead. Opening up knees a little wider. So they create this space for the chest to kind of just fall down. This allows you to open up the chest. And as you take a deep breath, breathe in. Feel yourself, your ribs opening up with the expansion of the breath. Exhale. Release in the back, the spine. Let's do that a couple of times. Breathing in and release. Again, breathe in. Great. And come up. Okay, we're going to take our right leg out. Stretch on, extend your leg. Keep your core nice and strong. Stretch those toes. Release some of that energy. There's a lot that we pick up in our feet. I think we underestimate. Yes, we get tired legs, tired feet, but there's just so much that energy of sometimes the nervous energy, sometimes the elements of around us, our environment, we pick it up into our body. So let's switch legs. So we just want to release that. When you have a visual about a deeper meaning of what's happening in your body, you get a better release of that heaviness, of that nervousness. So I like to go a little bit beyond just stretching, right? Everyone's like, oh, I love yoga because I get to stretch. Yeah, it's great. But let's just go a little bit more into why we feel like we need to loosen up. So let's sit back on our heels. So at any time you feel a little dizzy or you're not feeling so good, just sit back or go into child pose and just take a pause, just listen to your body. And then when you feel that you can always press the pause button to just take a break and then come back to practice. So we're just doing this simple movement of the body, a few sun salutations to just kind of release and get you going again. So coming into downward dog. Now when we come into downward dog, I want you to bend your knees a little bit. This allows you, your feet are hip width apart. This allows you to extend and lengthen into the spine. Spread your fingers wide. Get a good grip on your mat. Now you can alternate one heel down and then the other. And then maybe move your hips side to side. Relaxing the neck a bit too, as much to just release. And let's come back down on the knees. Sit back on your feet for a moment. Shake out the wrists. Wiggle the fingers. And let's come up to standing. And we're going to get ready for our sun salutation. So we step up to the front of our mat, bringing our hands to Namaste. Feet are hip width apart. Take a moment in mountain pose to just feel your connection, feel your stability. I sort of like to do a little bit of rocking front to back so I can pivot the weight, toes to heels. And once I find that center, I know that I'm pretty stable in my stance. Keeping your legs nice and engaged. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. So when we're coming into Uttanasana, coming halfway up, you want to notice that you set your gaze to the front, so lengthens in the neck. Take a nice deep breath, open up that chest, and then exhale, bow down, stepping back into plank. Take a breath in, breathe in, and exhale, knees, chest, hips. Place your hands on the side of your ribs, your chest, and tuck your elbows in. Coming into cobra. Oh, there's my dog. She thinks I'm playing. Come into cobra and push back. Daisy, you going to do downward dog with me? And let's come into downward dog. Walk it out for a moment. When you're stepping up to the front, you can walk your feet up like this. Make sure you're always looking in front of you because that guides you the direction of forward movement. Stepping up to the front. Once you step up to the front, bow forward, and then inhale, rise up, hands to heart center. So that is one sun salutation. Let's do two more, okay? Take a deep breath, breathe in, and exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen. Now we're kind of speeding it up a bit. And exhale, stepping back into plank. Take a breath in, breathe in, and exhale, knees, chest, hips. Breathe in, cobra, and exhale. Come into child pose. You can always just stay here for a few breaths too. You don't have to, you pause in between, or as you come into downward dog, maybe you want to stay here for a bit and walk it out and just breathe into that. Feel a really good lengthening and stretch in the back of the calves. And setting your gaze up to the front. We step up to the front. Don't worry if you have trouble stepping up to the front. Just take your time. Coming in, bowing forward. Inhale, rise up. Hands to heart center. 3 is a charm. Let's do that again. Breathe in, rise up, and exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, and exhale, stepping back into plank. This time, if you want, we have the 3-point. I want to just show you going into 3-point. I know it's pretty tricky. You're going into a tricep dip, and I know that is a little hard to do for some of us. You come down, you drop your chest, and then you slide your hips back. Roll your shoulders back as you come into cobra. Push the top of your shins down. Breathe in, cobra. And breathe out, child pose. Exhale, downward dog. Stepping up to the front. Breathe out. Inhale, rise up. Hands to heart center. And we are at our mountain pose. Namaste. So let's come back to sitting. I don't know about you, but for me, just doing that movement, 3 sun salutations, a little side stretching, a little breath work. Let's just take a moment and pause and come back to how you felt at the beginning, checking in with your body. Maybe closing your eyes. I find it helpful to close the eyes because we're less distracted. And just say, thank you. Thank you for taking care of me. You're saying that to yourself. And it feels good. And there you go. You can do this in the morning. You can do this at the end of the day, especially at the end of the day when you've been stressed out. So you just come back, do a few of these movements, connect to your body, pause, your breath. And that's it. I wish you a beautiful rest of the day. Have a good night. Namaste.